This is a Flying Cow production.
Sup, losers? That's right. Here we are for another tournament match. First round, so it doesn't really matter. And especially because we don't really have anybody important in this one. But I am, of course, the person you are all here to see, the Hammer, three-time Movie Battles champion. And, of course, I got Dr. Meggles. How we doing, Meggles?
You know what? Actually, I am proud of you because I saw your name on this match and I thought there's no way he's going to show up because apparently he doesn't care about this match. But
I don't.
I love tournament season. I love these competitors. Loren, of course, being the person who was the darling of last year's tournament. See if he can do a repeat. And as always, Amanda is always someone that you have to keep an eye out for because she's been around since the very beginning.
Always. Yes. Yeah. Like I said, these people aren't really important, but what is important about them is that whoever wins this match is going to be playing a Cameron. That's right, the dream worker himself. That's why this match is important, because whoever wins this match is going to lose to Cameron. But, like you said, we got the Fairest, Amanda VanHiel, and the Litigator, Loren Collins. So what do you say we go ahead and introduce both of these darling people?
I think that sounds like a great idea.
Yeah. All right. Introducing first, representing the Law, with a record of 3 wins, 4 defeats. He is a member of the 2022 Elimination Gauntlet Final 5. He is the Upset King for now, the Litigator, Loren Collins. Loren, haven't seen you since we last spoke. How are you, sir?
I've been doing okay. How are you doing?
Well, more than okay because of me. But here you are. You got a match today. How you feeling?
I'm feeling hopeful.
Good. Very inspirational words from you, sir. So let's go ahead and bring in your opponent. And his opponent, representing Sunshine and Rainbows, with a record of 5 wins and 4 defeats and 2 knockouts. She is a former #1 contender and the fairest of them all. She is Amanda VanHiel.
Look at me coming in at the right time.
Look at you. I'm so proud of you. Amanda,
yes.
You have Loren here today in this first round tournament match. How are you feeling about your chances today?
I'm feeling like I've got an okay chance. If I get the good categories, I'll be okay. I'll be set.
Okay.
But if I get package films because I didn't study them because I'm just terrible and I don't study, then I'm gone.
I wasn't going to say it, but you know. Okay. All right. Good. So what do you say we go ahead and bring Loren back in here? All right. And we will go ahead and begin with the reading of the rules for round number 1. And the rules, you guys know what it is. 8 questions. You got 15 seconds to answer. You write down your answers. They're worth 1 point. You get a perfect round. Yay! You get a bonus question. You got 3 repeats. If you need them, use them. You got a challenge. If you don't like something, say something. And there's no stealing. We good? We're good. All right. So competitors, are you ready?
Ready.
Ready.
Meggles, are you ready?
As ready as I'm going to be.
All right. Then I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready to do this. Let's put the hammer down. And we are gonna start in round number 1 with question number 1 in the category of early classics and classics. These are the films of mostly the 30s through the 50s. And your question: in which film will you find the characters Feline, Mr. Mole, and Friend Owl? These early classics questions. You know, I don't know who cares about these movies, but somebody does, because we wrote questions about them.
They're called classics for a reason. They're well revered and have been standing the test of time for some time now.
For some people. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, and Loren, starting with you, sir.
I went with Bambi.
Bambi is correct. Amanda.
I also went with Bambi.
Oh, and what pretty handwriting. Look at that. But you don't get points for that. Don't get points for that. So they're tied 1-1 going into the next question.
Yes, and we are going to move into the Renaissance or films from the 90s. You will find colorful wind and a talking tree in which film? Sounds like a fun combination.
Colorful wind. That sounds like somebody's got bad gas. Yeah, that's what that sounds like.
Or a vivid imagination.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. One with hope.
Yes. Let's go ahead and start with Amanda.
Pocahontas. Oh, do I need to flip my camera? I should really flip it.
Nope, you are good. I can read that perfectly fine, and that is correct. Loren.
Okay, yay.
With enough rooms, it's probably any of them, but I still went with Pocahontas.
Fair enough, but you were able to narrow it down to the correct one, and we are still tied at 2.
All right, tied at 2 going into the third question in the category of Dark Times films of the 2000s. The voices of Jim Varney and Michael J. Fox can be found in which film? Films of the 2000s, obviously popular films. Voice of Jim Varney. I know a little something about Jim Varney. He played that Ernest dude, right? Always asking people if they knew what he meant, because I don't think he knew himself. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, and Litigator, we're starting with you.
They were in Atlantis: The Lost Empire.
That is correct. Sounds like Amanda didn't get the same thing.
I didn't. I was trying to think. I said Meet the Robinsons.
Incorrect. So Loren takes a 1-point lead going into the fourth question.
Absolutely, approaching this halfway point, and your next category is Pixar. Monsters, Inc. was released in what year? Movie release dates.
Yeah. Do you know what year it came out? You know, it doesn't matter if you know who was in it or what characters they played, only what year they came out, at least for this one.
Right.
4, 3, 2.
And we'll go ahead and start with Amanda.
2001.
2001 is correct. Loren, were you able to pull the same thing?
I'm afraid not. I went with 2000.
1 year off, but no dice. And just like that, we are back tied up.
Amanda ties it back up. They are tied. So no perfect rounds, no bonus questions, but we are plugging along to question number 5. In Hybrid and Muppets, the live action animation combinations in Muppets films, a cat named Cosmic Creepers, the Isle of Naboombu, and Nazis can all be found in which hybrid film?
Oh my.
Yeah, it's quite a combination.
You throw that last one in there and it instantly changes things.
Yeah, instantly. It's like, oh, okay.
We're in this film. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. In 5.
Can I get a repeat?
You can. That is Amanda's first repeat. And that is a cat named Cosmic Creepers, the Isle of Naboombu, and Nazis can all be found in which hybrid film?
I can say I don't think I've ever come across a cat with that particular name.
Yeah, that's it. You feel like if you've seen that, that would stand out, right?
Yes, absolutely.
I think you'd remember that in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, and we are going with Mr. Collins.
Those are all elements of bed knobs and broomsticks.
Is indeed. Amanda, do we have it?
I got it. It's bad handwriting. I scribbled it, but that's what it says. Bed knobs and broomsticks.
You got it in there. All right, so Amanda keeps it tied up using that repeat very well, tying it back up at 4.
Right, and we're going to move into our 6th question, and this is in the Decline and Wilderness. We're looking from the 60s to the 80s. Which of these is not a character in Aristocats? The Colonel, Lafayette, Waldo, or Frou-Frou? Can you pick the one that does not belong? This is clever. These are clever questions. I appreciate them.
Not like the. Well, I'm glad you do. I'll have to pass that along to the writers there.
Wonderful job.
3, 2, and 1.
And we'll go ahead and start with Amanda.
The Colonel.
The Colonel was not in Aristocats. That is correct. Loren.
I'm afraid I went with Waldo.
So Amanda tying it, or actually Amanda taking the lead. So we are once again, or actually Amanda has a 1-point lead, 5-4, going into the next category. Everybody's favorite, package films, short collections of the 40s. The Legend of Johnny Appleseed is a segment in which package film? Legend of Johnny Appleseed. Remember hearing about that dude as a kid. He just walked around planting apples, because he had nothing better to do, I guess. Like, how much time do you have to have on your hands to just walk around planting apples?
Oh, apparently at least enough to traverse most of the United States at that time.
That's
so
quite a bit of
apparently quite a bit.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we're starting with Loren.
I went with Make Mine Music.
That is incorrect. So, Amanda, can you extend your lead?
I went with Fun and Fancy Free.
That is also incorrect. We were looking for Melody Time.
Melody Time.
Melody Time, yes. So, Amanda currently has a 1-point lead, 5-4, going into the final question in this round. Can Loren tie it up? Can Amanda hold her lead? I don't know.
Well, let's find out with your final category being in the CG revolution, everything from the 2010s up to the present. You will find floating lights, a frying pan, and a thief who wants to be a pianist in which film? Again, can you pick out the film from items you might find in them?
Yeah, it's just random things. Did you notice these things? Because they were there. Props. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And I'm going to go to Amanda first.
Tangled.
Tangled did contain all those items. Loren, keep pace.
Frying pans, who knew, right?
Who know? Frying pans were such excellent weapons, yes. And so Loren maintains just being behind by 6-5.
Absolutely. So, yes, Amanda has a 1-point lead going into the next round. So let's go ahead and bring up the rules for round number 2. All right, and you know how this works. Round number 2, you spin the wheel. You don't like it, you can spin again, unless you land on opponent's choice, in which case you get 4 questions. They're worth 2 points unless you go to multiple choice, which you can do, but then you only get 1 point. You got 15 seconds. You can steal if your opponent gets it wrong. You still got repeats. You still got challenges. And yeah, that's all I have to say about that. All right.
We go ahead and see who wants to spin first here.
Yes, so Amanda, you are currently in the lead, so you get the choice. Would you like to spin first, or would you like to defer to the litigator?
I'll go on ahead and spin.
All right, so Amanda has opted to spin first. So Amanda, can you see the wheel?
I sure can.
All right, then Amanda, this spin is yours. Round and round. Where will it stop? It has stopped on recent Pixar. As a reminder, these are the films from 2010 on. Amanda, would you like to keep this or spin again?
I am going to spin again.
All right. Spinning away from recent Pixar. Let's see if she gets anything better. She has landed on Oscars.
Oh, okay.
So, we're going to be asking Amanda 4 questions in the category of Oscars. We'll see how much she knows. And, of course, Amanda, these questions are going to be asked to you by none other than me. Aren't you lucky?
I am lucky.
Yeah. Like I said, 4 questions in the category of our Oscars, starting with the first one. Amanda, of the 6 package films released in the 1940s, how many received at least 1 Oscar nomination?
Is this one that I can get multiple choice on?
You can.
I thought so. I would love multiple choice.
All right. So your options there. Is it A, 1, B, 2, C, 3, or D, 4?
I'll say B, 2.
B2 is correct for 1 point. So playing it safe. But she pulled it off, extending her lead over Loren. Now going into the next question in this round. What is the only Muppet film to win an Oscar?
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice it is. And your options there. Is it A, The Muppet Movie, B, The Muppet Christmas Carol, C, The Muppets, or D, Muppets Most Wanted?
I'm going to say the Muppet Movie.
The Muppet Movie is incorrect. So Loren is going to get the opportunity to steal for 1 point. Loren, your question: what is the only Muppet film to win an Oscar? Is it A, The Muppet Movie, B, The Muppet Christmas Carol, C, The Muppets, or D, Muppets Most Wanted?
I'm pretty sure it was at least nominated, so I'm going to go with The Muppets.
The Muppets is correct for a 1 point steal. So Loren keeping it close with that steal. We'll have to see if Amanda can widen her lead with the next question. How many Pixar films have won the Oscar for Best Original Song?
Multiple choice.
Choice it is. And your options there. Is it A, 2, B, 6, C, 4, or D, 3?
I'm gonna say 4.
4 is incorrect.
Okay.
So Loren is going to get the opportunity to steal. How many Pixar films have won the Oscar for Best Original Song? Is it A2, B6, C4, or D3?
I'll go with D3.
D3 is correct for another steal. Loren actually tied it up with that, so we'll have to see if Amanda can regain the lead with this final question. The hybrid film Enchanted received how many total Oscar nominations?
Multiple choice.
Choice it is, and your options there. Is it A1, B2, C3, or D4?
3.
3 is correct for 1 point. So Amanda comes out of her round with a 1-point lead. It is now 8-7 over Loren, but Loren still is getting a crack at that wheel, so we'll have to see what he gets. And Loren, can you see the wheel?
I can.
Good. Here's your spin. And you have landed on the category of Renaissance. Would you like to keep this category or spin again?
I'll stick with it.
Gonna stick with it. All right. So Loren is going to receive 4 questions in the category of the Disney Renaissance, the films mostly of the 90s. And I'm sorry, Loren, these questions are going to be read to you by Dr. Meggles. It's a
Loren, I think you and I can work this out. So how about I start you off here with question number 1 in the category of Renaissance. What is the name of the fearful and erratic frill-necked lizard imprisoned by McLeach in The Rescuers Down Under?
Multiple choice.
Absolutely. Is it A, Krebs, B, Frank, C, Faloo, D, Danny?
I'll say Frank.
Frank is correct for 1 point. So moving right along here
Tying
to
it
your S tied up. Let's see if he can extend a lead here. Question number 2. In Hercules, Hades tasks which Titan with killing Hercules?
Multiple choice.
I can certainly provide that. Is it A, Rock Titan, B, Ice Titan, C, Fire Titan, or D, the Cyclops?
The Cyclops.
The Cyclops is also correct for 1 point.
taking the lead.
Chipping away here on those multiple choices, but let's move into your penultimate question, question number 3. In Aladdin, when he finally gets the lamp, what is Jafar's first wish?
In 5,
Multiple choice.
4,
Absolutely. Is it A, become a sorcerer, B, expose Aladdin, C, Become Sultan, D. Jasmine's Love.
To Become Sultan.
To Become Sultan is correct.
All right. Final question.
Yes. Final question here to extend your lead yet again here. Fourth question. In which Renaissance era film can you find the voices of Irene Bedard, Billy Connolly, and David Ogden Stiers?
The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
That is incorrect. So I shall reread the question for Amanda for a possible 2-point steal here. Amanda, in which Renaissance era film can you find the voices of Irene Bedard, Billy Connolly, and David Ogden Stiers?
Amanda can pull this, she'll tie it up.
Oliver and Company.
That is also incorrect. I was looking for Pocahontas.
Oh, I should have said it. That was like in my head. I was like, it can't be Pocahontas because we just had a Pocahontas question.
Happens.
You never
David Ogden
know what
Stiers
you're going to come
too
up
many
with.
All right.
Keeping
All
things
right.
interesting here.
It is. So, Loren keeps the lead, but only by 2 going into the final round. So we will just have to see how things play out in round number 3. All right. And you guys know how this goes. You pick 3 numbers from 1 to 20. You get 3 questions. They're worth 2, 3, 5 points. You get 15 seconds. No stealing, no multiple choice. You got your repeats. You got your challenges. All right. So, like we said, Loren, you are currently in the lead. So, what 3 numbers would you like?
4, 5, and 8.
4, 5, and 8. All right. And Amanda?
18, 19, 20.
18, 19, and 20. All right. Okay. So, like I said, Loren currently has a 2-point lead, which means that Amanda's going to have to answer some questions first. But all she's got to do to avoid the TKO is answer her 2-point question. So, Amanda, for 2 points, you chose number 18. And that relates to the category of scores and soundtracks.
Okay.
Right? And your question for 2 points. What pop star provided songs for Disney's Tarzan?
Phil Collins.
Phil Collins is correct for 2 points. All right, so Amanda has tied it up at 10 and sent it right back to Loren to answer some questions.
All right, Loren, to retake the lead, you will have your 2-point question in the category of hybrid films. For 2 points, in Bedknobs and Broomsticks, what is Miss Price training to become?
A witch.
And that is correct for 2 points.
It was almost too easy for you, wasn't it, Loren? It almost tripped you up. Yeah. You got to watch out for that. Okay, so going back now to Amanda for her 3-point question. All right, Amanda, you chose number 19. That relates to the category of movie release dates.
Okay.
Your release dates. And your question for 3 points. The Muppet Movie was released in what year?
'79.
That is correct. So, obviously a guess, but Amanda nails her 3-point question, which puts her in the lead by 1 to send it over to Loren to answer his 3-point question.
All right, and your 3-point question is going to be in the category of the CG revolution, the more modern films. In Frozen 2, what is the name of the people who live in the Enchanted Forest?
In 5, 4, 3, 2.
More time.
Repeat. Yeah.
Repeat,
that works.
yes.
I'll go ahead and repeat. That is your first one. You have 2 remaining. In Frozen 2, what is the name of the people who live in the Enchanted Forest?
Five, 4, 3, 2.
Hobbits. I don't know.
Not what I was looking for. We were looking for the North Uldra.
Yeah, weird name, but they do say it a lot. So, all right.
So we will go ahead and stick with Loren. You will have your 5-point question. If you get that correct, it bounces it back over to Amanda for 5 points in the category of the decline and wilderness. Loren, in The Great Mouse Detective, what is the name of the mouse who upsets Ratigan and gets fed to his cat?
Reminder, if Loren misses this, Amanda will win this match.
2 repeats available for both competitors.
In 5,
Repeat.
4. All right.
Okay.
1 repeat.
For 5 points in the decline and wilderness. In The Great Mouse Detective, what is the name of the mouse who upsets Ratigan and gets fed to his cat?
Five,
Might as well take my last repeat.
3. All right.
Okay.
Final repeat.
They're available. You may as well use them. In The Great Mouse Detective, what is the name of the mouse who upsets Ratigan and gets fed to his cat? Trying to give him less time? What are you doing?
I guess.
Do your job, please. Yeah.
Your turn. In 5, 4, 3.
It's embarrassing, but I can't think of it.
No answer? No guess?
Nothing.
Nothing.
And your winner, the Fairest, Amanda VanHiel. We were looking
The name-
for Bartholomew. Bartholomew. All right. So great job, Amanda. Sorry,
Thank you.
Loren. All right. So we'll see you guys for interviews. Well, there you have it. we have a winner and a next victim for Cameron. So yeah, that's going to be fun.
That definitely could have gone either way at any point. So definitely what makes tournaments exciting.
Yeah. So what do you say we hear from the loser and the doomed winner?
I have different adjectives, but yes, let's go ahead.
Yeah.
And I am here with the unfortunate loser of today, Loren. Loren, this was kind of the time when you shone last year. You were keeping it close throughout this entire match, and then we hit that 5-pointer. What was going through your head there?
Like I said, embarrassment for having so recently discussed the Great Mouse Detective at length, and just not being able to pull that name out of my head.
Is sometimes the simplest things just come out of our heads, but definitely made things interesting. I definitely was wondering if you were just running the clock, trying to keep us in suspense, or if you were really trying to pull it. So well done on keeping us entertained here at the very least. But as always, a pleasure to have you here. And, unfortunately, things didn't go your way this time. But again, always a pleasure and hope to see you in the future.
Thank you. I look forward to it.
And I have here Amanda, who has come away with the victory here. How are you feeling?
That was an intense match. That was a good match. Loren is fantastic. So I didn't come in expecting a win.
You never know what's going to happen, especially here in this tournament settings. But I assume a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, I got lucky with some good questions.
Yeah. I know you were checking down to multiple choice on those Oscars. Is that maybe something you're going to look at maybe shoring up a little bit in the future, or just those weren't quite ones that you were familiar with?
Those just weren't really ones I was familiar with. It was one of those where I could probably figure out the movie being discussed, hey, this movie got nominated for this year or whatever, or this movie won this award or whatever. But it was when it came to the numbers of Oscars and all that, then I would have, that's where I got all thrown off.
Things definitely can get tricky when you have to pin down numbers. But speaking of numbers, that 3-pointer that you were able to pull here in this final round with the Muppet release, was that a educated guess? Is it something
it actually was an educated guess? So the reason I went with that is because I knew Star Wars came out in 1977. So I knew the Muppets weren't quite as big then, because Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker was on the Muppet Show. And that was pre Empire Strikes Back. And those were the early days of the Muppet Show. So I knew the movie had to have come after that. So that's where 1979 came into play.
Oh, very good. You rationalized your way to it. And that ended up being the question that puts you ahead enough to come away with the victory there. Were you getting nervous at all, though, with Loren's 5-pointer?
Yeah, I was.
You never know what's going to happen there. But thankfully you were able to come here. And what are your thoughts on, as was said, you are going to be facing off against Cameron next. Any thoughts going into that match?
Well, maybe I'll get lucky again.
It's tournament season. Anything can happen. Yeah. Well, we certainly look forward to seeing that. Best of luck on your next match, and we will see you soon.
Thank you.
Well, there you go. Another lamb led to slaughter. Eventually. But yeah, not a bad match. Loren lost, Amanda won. All is said and done. Round 1's over. So there you go. Going into round 2. She won't last long. Yeah, very entertaining match, as you said.
Yes, I actually agree with you on that. I'll take off the sarcasm, but yes, it was a very fun and entertaining match. Very close between these two competitors all the way through.
Yeah. All right. So obviously you guys enjoyed this match because I was here. But remember to check out all those flying cow things, like, subscribe, leave comments, check out the Patreon, that thing. Do all of those things, and well, yeah, I'm done with you now. So go away. Go home. And it's been your pleasure. So bye-bye.
Moo.